All right, guys. We're going over. Wait, let me scroll up here. We're going over. Is this loud enough? Let me turn a little bit up. Patch 11.15, not 11.5 like how I thought. Don't ask. Anyway, so 11.15. I'm 2 days late on this one, so if you guys don't want to watch it, that's fine. But what I'm gonna do to make up for being 2 days late is I've looked at a lot of the champions and what's changed with them, and use that for this video. So without further ado, here are the things. Now, the first thing you're probably noticing is that Akshan has gotten a hotfix buff. That's because Akshan was underperforming pretty hard. I think a lot of people have noticed that, unsurprisingly, he seems to be massively understat to make up for his healing revive teammates thing. So I'm not 100% what's going on with that one. But to be blunt, they don't seem, it seems like a very niche effect that he can like revive teammates, right? And they seem to have balanced him heavily on having that, and he's going to be a mess to balance. We'll be seeing a lot more of him, I'm sure of it. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, so okay. So Sean got released. Annie got her Q nerfed a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why Annie is suddenly like in the nerfed spotlight, but okay. She was overperforming a little bit, I guess, and now she's not so much. Okay. I don't really have much to say about this one. Aurelion Sol is getting the Q cooldown nerf. They haven't actually touched that since his mini rework. I didn't really see much reason for this other than if we look back on his patch history, they did make it back here so his Q cooldown, or sorry, his Q doesn't get delayed. It used to have a 0.25 seconds delay before you could blow it up, so people right on top of him could avoid it a little bit better. That doesn't happen right now, so that's probably what happened, is that he's gotten too good, especially at fighting melee and discouraging people from attacking him. Guys, this champion got released in season 6 and he's never been popular and no one's ever been happy with him. Honestly, can we just old yeller this dude? Like when's the time to old yeller Asol and be like, well, look guys, we're gonna refund you, and he's in Legends of Runeterra, so you can play him there. You know, we have enough champions. Maybe old yeller this one. Blitzcrank. We're nerfing his armor and his Q. I'm gonna go back to Asol here for a second. There's like a joke here, okay? It's like, let's go to his. I want to look at his abilities. It's like, look at this dude. They're like, oh man, we're gonna let this champion roam, and then everyone roams and dominates games with him. And they're like, no, don't roam and dominate games with him. And then they keep nerfing him, and no one's happy, and no one likes him because he's. Let's go over his flaws. He's boring. He dominates high level play because he overly roams, and he's boring. And being a boring yet dominant pick is bad for the game. He discourages people from ever attacking him, and they've buffed his ability to do that by buffing his Q so he can instantly blow it up, right? And in addition to that, well, just that, yeah, basically, I don't know. Blitzcrank. If everyone one-shots everyone, then Blitzcrank isn't that needed, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, they're just buffing him. Whatever. I don't know. This is one of these things where it's just like, I don't know. Is anyone excited? Anyone watching this? Was anyone like looking at this patch note and was like, man, I can't wait for Hashinshin to explain that one. Like, I don't know, man. Caitlyn, people are maxing her Q, so they're buffing her Q. I'm not with them on this one so far, but okay, sure. She's underperforming, so you're buffing her Q. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. So Cassiopeia, we're buffing her E damage by 10 flat. Oh, so husband's empowered. I don't know. So basically, let's be clear on this one. She used to be a lane bully, but she's not. So they're buffing her ability to lane bully. Boy Riot, do you think that'll bring back Cassiopeia Top, maybe? Do you think maybe that'll bring back Cassiopeia Top where she's really annoying and everyone hates her? Do you think that'll happen, Riot? Maybe Riot? Maybe Riot? Maybe, I don't know. This sucks. Gwen, okay, so this actually I noticed with the Gwen thing. Has her E really been named Skip and Slash? From the makers of Leap Strike comes Skip and Slash. Oh man. Okay, so the attack speed at the early levels. This is going down. So okay, I keep making this joke. Gwen has a very overpowered early game, and I think Riot finally noticed that, and they're like, we should probably look into that at some point. Yeah, that might be a good idea. I don't know. Maybe her 50% ban rate means something. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, it got nerfed early. It was overpowered. And then it got nerfed. We nerfed Skip and Slash. So- maybe they can change Aurelia's W. Reduce and deal. What does it do? Well, it reduces and deals damage. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Okay, so it really was overpowered, and then she got nerfed. This is probably a good nerf. I'm gonna be honest. After they announced they were nerfing her W, I started to get hit with a lot of Aurelias who were just like using her W for high damage ability, and getting hit by her W every minion wave started to get really old when it dealt that much damage. Yeah. And then they nerfed the damage mitigation at the higher levels. So basically, they're looking, it's basically what I said. They're looking at hurting her at all levels of play, but by targeting her high levels of play, I think that was a good idea. So, yeah. I don't know. I think she'll still be a little bit overpowered. I think her win rate is deceptive. I don't think they totally removed her skill cap despite popular belief. I think she's still a little bit overpowered. Kale, apparently anytime you're overpowered mid lane, they just nerf your magic resist. Like, like no one goes mid lane other than mages. Kale starts fighting like Zed. They're like, fuck Zed, we nerfed her magic resist. What more do you want, buddy? Okay, so for Kennen, they decided buffing Cassiopeia to have a stronger early game wasn't enough. They also needed to buff Kennen to have a stronger early game. Because if there's one thing that I find really fun, it's Kennen and Cassiopeia top. Yay. That's me killing the mood. We've been laughing for like 5 minutes now, but then I just remembered they buffed Kennen and Cassiopeia. Rip my mood. Flips aboard. No, look, I don't know. It's like a lower cooldown. I mean, this will help a lot in the later game too. I mean, like level 18 Mord, he might get his double W, the double W off. He also stores post mitigation damage. He stores this a lot faster. I mean, this is, and yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'll help him, but he still has his fundamental flaws that he's too squishy in the late game, and he just isn't mobile enough to carry a game, so it still feels like he's just there to stonewall the lane and make it really annoying and make people pay the QSS tax. Nilly's tankier. Oh, personal belief. That one dude who plays Nidalee top is probably really happy with his tank Nidalee being tankier. That kind of annoys me that tank Nidalee is gonna be tankier. Oh well. Tank Nidalee, that's my favorite. Yay, tank Nidalee. Rel, okay, so I did notice something with Rel. Okay, so I actually went back and I looked at this, and I want you guys to look at this. I looked at this and I was like, this is patch 1.15, and here's patch 1.15. That's weird. And then notice, no, patch 1.15, they reduced the cooldown, and then in patch 1.5, they had increased the cooldown. That confused me for a long time. um, so on the patch of the fives, wait for patch 11.25, right? So probably every 10 patches they're gonna fuck with her W, right? Is that her W? I don't even know. Okay, that is her W. Double W, double W. Anyway, so yeah, they're reducing the cooldown that they increased earlier. For Rumble, okay, so these are actually important. Basically, when Rumble overheated, he could be at like 80 overheating heat. He's a Mecha Warrior, by the way, in case you never picked up on that. So he could be at nearly 100 heat, and then he could launch a bunch of PPCs, ER clan PPCs. A lot of heat generated off that. Actually, I think clan ER PPCs don't generate extra heat, right? Battletech people don't hate me. Anyway, so he could be at 80, and then he could like smash his keyboard and like use all his abilities at once, and he can't do that now. Um, yeah, so that's a nerf. Again, another nerf on this champion. He also had Arin. Okay, so for all of you who always make fun of me, in saying that I think this aspect of the game is random. I think Kled's remount timer is random. Let's just be clear here. Rumble's heat decay was random. No, I'm not making that up. For all of you who always make fun of me and saying, oh no, Hashinshin, they definitely don't make shit random anymore. Okay, Rumble's overheat timer, okay, the time it took to decay was random. It was between, I think there was like a 0.2 millisecond or something like that difference. No, I'm not making this up. I know I'm not joking. This is actually how it worked, okay? Yeah. So now it's not going to be random. All of these other things are bug fixes. They're not important. The two things I told you are the important ones. So for Shyvana, you can put 1 point in her Q now, and the cooldown goes 7 to 5 instead of 9 to 5, and her AP ratio on her Q got buffed. Basically, AP Shyvana's Q will hit harder, and putting 1 point into it will be better. No matter if you're playing AD or AP Shyvana, this helps you clear the jungle, especially because the jungle item, I think, does it still have on-hit damage? I don't know. I mean, they changed that shit. It'll probably have on-hit damage by the next patch or some, I don't know. And, yeah, so basically, yeah, the Twin Bite, it got changed, buffed, the Shyvana better. I looked at her win rates. She's still terrible. Don't play her. Honestly, I shouldn't even have mentioned this. Just go ahead and like imagine I'm Men in Blacking you right now. Don't play Shyvana. Shyvana doesn't exist. There is no Shyvana. Silas, buffed. Silas buffed. No, actually, he got nerfed. I'm actually, yeah, he got nerfed. Okay, so basically, his W, the heal went down a good chunk. Not like a huge chunk, but a little chunk. Lost the maximum heal, so like if he waits for himself to be beat up and then heals, that went down 10 to 50 with 0.1 less AP ratio. The heal at large HP also went down. In return, the detonation damage, so like when he uses his Q and it blows up, the thing nobody ever gets hit by unless they're like, ha 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 ha. I definitely don't even want to dodge that because he hasn't put a single, he hasn't even put 2 points into it. Okay, that thing will now have a 0.9 AP ratio. So basically, go ahead and dodge Silas's explosion from now on. That would probably be a good idea. But in return, so long as you're actually playing like a normal human being who can walk out of his explosion from his Q, yeah, he got nerfed. In fact, even if you don't walk out of it, he got nerfed. Syndra. So actually, I wanted to look at this one. In addition to the Rel revert earlier, there Syndra. Where is it? Yeah. So they're reverting the nerf they did not 10.13. So this is the second revert. Yeah. Thresh. Now, is there like a lore to my patch videos? Because I swear if there's lore to my patch videos, the main enemy would be Thresh because he gets nerfed every other patch. Villains wiki, Thresh patch notes. Thresh shows up every patch note to be nerfed. Yeah, he's overpowered. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. He's still probably gonna be overpowered. And no, I keep saying that, but like, damn, this dude started so broken. And okay, if any combination of nerfs finally starts to add up, it might start mattering on this one. This one might start finally mattering enough. At the end of the day, though, he can lantern people from too far. He's got two forms of CC that lead into a kill. Both of them are knockbacks, so it's extremely difficult to get into his 80 carry. His ultimate does a lot of damage, and that 99% slow is killer. This champion is very overpowered, and he's going to keep getting nerfed over and over again. Viego. Okay, so effectively solo lane Viego's dead. If you play solo lane Viego, you're dead. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually. I'm gonna double check that just to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. But I feel very confident in this one. The fact that I can't even find stats for him. Yeah, no, everyone dropped him. He's dead in solo lanes. Oh no, not everyone did drop him, but he's down there at. Yeah, he's basically gone. I mean, if I try to. Yeah, he's gone. Just he's like still sort of kind of maybe playable in the right matchup in the right situation, but like don't do it. Wukong got his health regen nerfed because, boy, when I thought like when I was thinking to myself, right, when Wukong got level 6, and then he pressed EQ RQ RQ WQ or whatever the fuck, I don't know. He just ran at me and just like farted on his keyboard a little bit, and I died. Right when he did that, I thought to myself, damn, if this dude did less health regen, I think I could have lived through that. Yeah, okay. So the problem is not his health regen at all. I don't know what they're doing. This especially impacts him into bad matchups. Okay, look. Buff his magic resist and maybe tone down the armor on his early game passive. Okay? Please do that. This is ridiculous. You're just making him worse and worse into his bad matchups while not addressing his good matchups where he just runs you down. Zaya, now, okay, so I'll be honest, this isn't exactly a revert, but it went from 140 to 110 in the past, got nerfed, and now it's going from 140 to 100. So, 3 times, right? 3 times they're reverting something that they nerfed in the past. Much like this Wukong nerf, I think Riot should maybe target the actual issues that champions have and not just sort of ignore their issues and just nerf it random. Yeah. Hullbreaker got buffed. I said it would. We all said it would. I said it would. You guys didn't. You guys said, Hashinshin, you're dumb. You're wrong. I hope you die in real life, which I was offended by. But I knew that it came from a place of you guys. You really did care about me. You meant you just wanted me to keep myself safe. So it got buffed. I knew it was going to get buffed. I said it repeatedly. And yeah, okay. This ultimate spellbook stuff. Here's bug fixes. Now there's actually some bug fixes that are important here. Lilia's Q Blooming Blows didn't scale off AP from runes. Now, I probably should have checked this before making this video, but I'm going to check it now anyway because it's probably something worth checking. But her AP ratio is, yeah, I mean, it's not like this is some huge major thing, right? But an extra 18 AP into her runes plus potentially AP from other runes, not just the flat AP runs, maybe like Ghost Poro, things like that. I don't know if Ghost Poro still gives it. I don't even look at the domination tree anymore since they nerfed Ravenous Hunter. I'm done with it. Like it's gone. Anyway, so this is kind of a buff. It's not a huge buff, but it's a buff. It's kind of a buff, but I'm not going to talk about it. Here's one. This is kind of like this should have been in the main patch. I don't know why it wasn't. And I knew this wasn't happening. I long suspected it, right? When Shaco stealths, you know, the orange smoke, you're supposed to see that in the fog of war. one of the counterplays to Shaco is supposed to be that if you see the orange smoke, you can back away when you're observant enough, okay? They, for some reason, removed that, and now they're adding it back. And they're calling it a bug fix? That seems fairly major to me. Okay, so Cled's voice lines got looked at. Unfortunately, I don't think Scarl, they didn't say anything about Scarl talking. Scarl still probably won't talk. I don't know. Now here's a big one. I'm gonna end the video here because these are the last notice. I'm gonna end the video here. Now this one is extremely important, okay? Oh, wait, I have to go over the skins. Okay, so I'll go over the skins after this, so I won't end the video on this one. I lied to you. I'm sorry. Zoe's taunt lines for Israel and Lux have been restored. This is very important to me. Why? Because Lux is in love with Israel, but Israel ignores her for Lux. Lux doesn't know about Zoe or Israel and is oblivious to both of them. This is, they added an anime love triangle in this, and Lux is sitting there like, who the fuck are you people? So what Lux does, so what Zoe does, she has taunt lines for Israel and Lux, and I'll go through them right now, and they weren't playing. Okay, so here are her voice lines. Remember, this is anime as fuck. If you're annoyed by this, this is fine, but this is probably the only funny part about Zoe's character. Here's when she's taunting Israel.
If you won't pay attention to me, I'll blow up your world. Probably not, but I might. I have a question I want to ask, but I need you to say yes before I ask it. I'm just saying, if you wanted to hold hands, that would be okay.
Lewd.
Are you from here? I walk between worlds. Well, Hop, actually. You're cute.
And here are her voice lines for taunting Lux.
You don't own rainbows! Double rainbows are dumb. You're dumb.
The fact that there's just this hidden love triangle that only Lux and Israel know about, and Israel doesn't even know about Zoe, and Lux doesn't know about either of them. Anyway, they added those back, and I'm glad. I'm glad for one. So here are the skins. He's Sentinel Graves. He kind of looks cool, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah. Sentinel Pike. Not really his theme, but sure. I don't know. I guess I needed Pike skin. Sentinel Rengar. Sure. I mean, he's not exactly a bad guy. He's just a bad guy. Ruin Misfortune. Yeah. Okay, then we got Cyber Pop Action. This was probably being developed before Cyberpunk released. Or maybe they're making fun of Cyberpunk. I don't know. Who's that girl? Who? She looks like oddly developed for a side character. I don't know. Oh, then we got Unbound Thresh. So, apparently Thresh is an anime boy now. We lost another monster character, guys. We lost another one. Did you guys know Thresh has feet and legs? A lot of people don't know that. They think he floats. He actually doesn't. He has legs. Go look the next time you see Thresh. He has legs. They didn't add these legs. He's always had legs. Anyway, that's the video. I'm not gonna go over the chromas. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all for watching. I appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. You're all great people. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, my Patreon supporters. You're all great people. My Patreon has Patreon. Patreon. I've been told it's Patreon. So thank you, my Patreon supporters, for being here. And thank you, everybody. It's been growing lately, and that's great. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you, everybody.